Hello everyone, good morning, it's Chris Andrew, another Rantz episode, and, well, been one hell of a week, hasn't it? Well, been one hell of a 7 days, I should say, from last Thursday onto this weekend, and, yeah, it's been alright. I can't complain. Picked up 2 wins, 2 different wins, one could say. I mean, the North London derby on last Thursday was what a spectacle that was, really. From the great atmosphere forged by the fans to the brilliant play on the pitch. I mean, I've seen a lot of videos, especially from Arsenal-related social media, that talked about the game, and there's only been one fan that's kind of told it as it is, as it were, and well, I don't want to name him because they'll big him up or I'll single him out, but the rest, so far I've seen that Arsenal completely dominated the game and Spurs did nothing until they scored. And you have to say that what I will address is that Arsenal had a lot of the ball, I can't deny that, did nothing with it. It's not very good at having a lot of possession and playing around with the ball and whatnot and doing everything, but if you don't actually force a keeper into a save, or if your shot's just gone miles over, then you haven't done anything with the ball, really. So yeah, I mean, I've had a fantastic 15 minutes with the ball. Well, no, you hogged the ball 53% of the time. That's literally all it was. It was not a domination, it was not a complete and utter battering. You had the ball 53% of the time and really did nothing with it. And then the penalty, which put us ahead. It was a penalty. I'm not quite sure how that is a hard one to believe. It was literally a penalty. You had Holding, who was kind of fouling Son all game, then you had Cedric, who nudged him, put an elbow into him, threw it into his back. How that is not a penalty, I have no idea. But that's literally the narrative. Son dived, that's what you're all saying. Or that sort of thing goes on throughout the pitch. Yeah, that sort of thing goes on everywhere else on the pitch, and when it does happen anywhere else on the pitch, it's given as a foul. So, take that to its logical conclusion, it's a penalty. I am not quite sure where the issue is. And then the issue which seems to have seems to have surprised a lot of, some people, but certainly not most, the red card. So that's let's just break it down. Holding was booked initially, not for the actual challenge itself, the first yellow card, but for persistent fouling. You even see the referee pointing to areas where he's fouled. Persistent fouling, that's why he got the yellow card. So it was kind of dumb for Holding to then turn around, and when the ball is launched forward and there's no actual danger whatsoever to Arsenal's backline, he then turns around and smashes Son in the face with an elbow. This is the thing, I mean, even with the penalty, jostling goes on in the box, but there is a sly way of doing it, and if that was so sly, the penalty was a sly nudge, I probably wouldn't have said anything, but I saw it. If you watch the video, which I shall link right there, you'll see that I even suggested that it was a penalty straight off. I looked at it as the ball coming in, I saw the penalty, and then the referee pointed the penalty spot, so I saw it, that's what it was told. So if it's clear from where I was sat, then there's a no-brainer. It's an obvious penalty. And then the persistent fouling by Holding, and then he gets it should have been. I say it should have been a straight red. It was blatant enough. He literally just turns around, no danger whatsoever of Sonny getting onto the ball, and he just smashes him in the face. It should be a straight red, but he gets a second yellow, and he's off. And then obviously we took control from there, but it was always the case that we will sit back and then see what Arsenal do and then try and counter you as soon as you get onto our halfway line. But you did not dominate. You only had slight, you only had slightly more possession than we did, and so it wasn't a domination. It wasn't that we did absolutely nothing. You held onto the ball and didn't even force so much as a decent save. I think it was at that point that I think Nketiah had a shot on goal. This was after we went 2-0 up. It was a good move, good corner. Sonny scoring. I didn't actually see who actually had the header on at the time, but yeah, obviously I know it's now Rodri who did it. That was that would have been another assist for Sonny for Kane, but yeah, Rodri getting an assist there, and well, the Kane scoring at the back post, which he always seems to do against Arsenal. You know, quite a few of his goals have been like back post tap-ins, so that's quite good. And he went 2-0 up. Nketiah had a chance, which was forced to save from Lloris, which was Lloris's only proper save in that first half, I would say. But apparently we did. Apparently he dominated us for 15 minutes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just putting it down to that's pure facts. That's literally all I'm doing. I didn't feel worried at all in those 15 to 20 minutes that he had the ball. I didn't. And when we scored, I just felt it was inevitable because we're just soaking up the pressure and then just pretty much launching on one, and you know, just having to come from a penalty. And then second half we score early, and that was put the game to bed. And that's when we should have. That's why I'm not. Yeah, 3-0 was good, but you know, would have been a lot better if we actually scored the fourth or the fifth that our play demanded. And you have to say that I know there's a lot. I saw one particular stream that said that the referees have been bought, you know, but you only had yourself to blame. And you really did only had yourself to blame. If it wasn't Xhaka getting sent off, it was holding. You know what I mean? It's inevitable. A red card's going to happen. So yeah, we won 3 points. Not totally happy with it because it really should have been 4, should have been 5, but it is what it is. And then we a more grittier game on the Sunday where Burnley, you know, it was our end of season game, end of season home campaign, I should say, and yeah, Burnley had a decent opportunity, but we had a better chances. Kane had a header saved. Kane also had a header cleared off the line. You know, we had numerous opportunities. So I know people are saying, "Oh, Spurs got lucky, caught with that Cornet chance. Maybe Cornet should have scored, but we should have been 3-0 up before Cornet even had the opportunity." So it's just that Nick Pope, what a baller, what a goalkeeper, brilliant goalkeeper. I can't speak highly of the man, you know, and I guess it is pretty much down to him and the improved defence stats. You know, although Burnley are down where they are, they haven't conceded that many goals. They only conceded like a couple more goals than Arsenal have. So it shows the level that they're at, and it's just probably more a case of putting chances away. That's their issue. But we didn't score again with a penalty this time. VAR taking a lot of, again. I thought it was an obvious penalty from where I was. The ball comes in. Ashley Barnes' arm is out like that. Yes, the ball was very quick. Between him hitting the ball and stretching the arm, there's no way that Ashley Barnes could react that quickly. But his arm was already out there. His arm's already out there, so it matters not that the reaction time was like it wasn't a dodgy penalty. His arm was already out there. I mean, I would like to have sympathy. I mean, in some ways I do, but I've seen Sissoko penalised for not even looking at the ball and just pointing to his defenders where he wants his defenders to be, and have Sadio Mane smash the ball at his outstretched arm and the penalty given straight away. I've seen Lucas adjudged to have handled the ball as he's being fouled and his back's to the ball. He lands on the floor, the ball strikes him on the arm, and then we have a goal chalked off because of that. So I've seen many, even Dyer, you know, jumping for a ball, the ball goes over his head, arm comes up as he's landing on the ground as it naturally would do, and Carroll headering the ball right against his arm and that giving us a penalty. I've seen that, so forgive me if I don't have any sympathy whatsoever with what transpired. As far as I'm concerned, if your arm is up and is up for a long time, then you can't complain if the ball comes at it at speed. Arm should not be up there, especially in that position. I know the manager said they just trying to get his balance, but arm shouldn't be up there. Still more penalties as far as I'm concerned. And that's how it then Kane scores. We win 1-0. We had enough opportunities as well to win that game, so it was an unfortunate win. And then, so yeah, as a Spurs fan, completely happy, with those two results. And yeah, I know many were watching. I watched the Newcastle game as well, and that was a good performance by Newcastle. They played really well, and you have to kind of think that next season there's going to be an interesting one, especially when they get their Arab money, and their oil money, I should say. So that'll be interesting next season, and they played quite well. But yeah, I mean for what I've noticed, I don't want to speak too much about Arsenal because I'm not really that kind of fan, but I will say this. When the pressure is off Arsenal, they play some fantastic football, but when the pressure was on them to perform, they literally went hiding, and apparently that's a Spurs trait, which, a lot of people, even Spurs fans, like to comment on about ad infinitum. But they really, really bottled that chance. And you have to say that they've been in that situations before on a couple of occasions. But, you know, it is what it is. So our next game against Norwich. Before that's Chelsea take on Leicester tomorrow, and I'll actually be. I know that Leicester see us as their rivals, as one of their main rivals now, but I'll be donning a Leicester shirt if I can. Well, not really, but I will be throwing my support behind Leicester. I'll be watching the Leicester game with interest and looking forward to that one. If Leicester can beat Chelsea at the Bridge, then we go into the game against Norwich looking for a victory that could take us third. And when you consider where we were after the first 10 games of the season and the quagmire that we were in, to finish third will be a fantastic boost. I'm not gonna celebrate, but we'll have a quiet drink if we do finish third, and then we go again next season. You know what I mean? So things are looking up. They are indeed looking up. But yeah, so that's my kind of little rant there for today. Tell me what you think. Did you have enjoy the week? Where do you think the Spurs side could finish this season? Only one game left. 3 games ago, we were down in what, 6th place, a long way off, and now we have a chance to finish third. How does that feel? For me, I'm buzzing. But I have to wait to see what Leicester do at Stamford Bridge. But if they get the results, then I'll be so up for Sunday. It'll be unreal. But thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. How far you think the Spurs team could finish the season, and also down the line we'll do our own end of season awards and stuff for the group. Just join our group at the Tottenham Supplement on Facebook. And when we get the votes up, they'll also be on our Twitter page as well. So once we get the votes up, we'll then have a little look to see what we can do. Have a little look to see who will win. But again, like I said, thank you for watching, and I shall see you on Sunday, hopefully. Come on, you Spurs. You'll take care.